Hello, it's Alan here from Mokanaman at YouTube with a review of the Mecha workshop at the Manifest. This is a sneak peek of the 8 AM launch. This venue will open between 9 and 10 o'clock, and the event would be directed by myself and the rest of the crew of Mecha Workshop, including assistant Rantau. Got sponsorship here with a few hundred kits. I think more than 100 per box. It's the old Bandai Caravan kit special, the blue frame. So it's just the instructions and the kit, and we've just got boxes of this shit which we'll be giving out to people. Over here is our resource centre, the glue, brushes, bits box and whatnot, paint. So people will be helping themselves to what they need in here. This is the display. Some of the kits over the years of blue frames people built, the particularly good ones, and some of our members' work. The resin Mecha is quite good. Some of them you may recognise. There's a competition and other club members are going to bring in kits to display, so this whole area is going to fill up. And the second hand kits being sold by our club members. The very small group here is mine. And we've got all sorts of rare, wonderful old things that are imported for next to nothing, and a lot of old Zoids. The collection, for anyone who's definitely into vintage kits, this is quite amazing. We've got some very cheap anime figures for converting, modifying, making mecha musumes, and a massive amount of gashapon, including a lucky dip for people that wish to modify toys or paint them. This is the airbrush setup, and more equipment is on its way. This isn't all of it, and demonstrations and lessons will be taking place here. Back here is the staff only area, and just where we keep a lot of our personal stuff. Of course, flying the Xeon flag. Now, the capacity of this venue sits approximately 42 people. Unfortunately, due to our lack of resources, people may have to share the plastic nippers, and we try to bury ourselves within these tables and these walls to prevent shoplifting. Now, unfortunately, coordinating an event this big in a professional venue, a lot of paperwork, occupational health and safety bits and pieces has to be considered. So every layout of the table, the sale kits, display, everything has been thought out and planned way in advance. And I had to organise with the event Manifest, who I'm a committee member of, to organise the walls, the tables and the seating. One thing I didn't quite anticipate when setting up is the fire escape over here, thus limiting our space slightly, which makes me happy. It's a bit of a buffered zone for people to enter, and the fire hydrant slash other firefighting equipment and the staff access that I'm not too pleased about. More or less, this is my thought on the area that's been set up. A lot of individuals has worked hard to get all this as it is. Most of the gear around here is personally owned stuff or personally owned stuff for sale, so all of this bits and pieces, excluding tables and chairs, has come out of individuals' homes. During the day I'll be taking lots of photos of people's work, people modelling, and their opinion and experience in participating in what me and the boys like to consider Australia's biggest model workshop. Check it out. A supersonic cleaner, it's pretty cool. Put your airbrush in there and it'll remove all the gunk very safely. With a staff team as big as we have, bar fridge is very appropriate. And the assortment of random crap that just happens to be kept back of house. You can tell we rock out hard. A lot of my personal shit is kept under this table, or a lot of my contribution. Making ourselves some tea.
Out of an ultrasonic cleaner.
Ultrasonic cleaner. You genius. It's warm.
How is it?
It's a damn good bit of tea, mate. What the shit happened in here?
It's a counter-terrorist unit!
Gas slapping.
No, seriously, they are! They kind of tend to be a little bit from the Manifest Airbrush guy. Here is my old reliable Siki 808 compressor, which I got from Malaysia. Please notice the Malaysian plug, which is British standard with a fuse in it. Now, this compressor uses a fridge compressor actually to pump the air around. There's a small tank in the front here. That's my water trap with a T-junction for two outlets. One, as you can see, goes to my quick release, and the other side goes to a standard 1/8 fitting release.
So I see you have a AirTech, and what's the other one?
The other one is my pride and joy. It is a Evolution Silverline FPC, fine pressure control. The pressure control unit is there, as you can see.
And we also got an extractor booth and some cleaning bits and pieces.
Yep, that is Mr. Hobby's extractor booth. It runs on 110 volts, but you can get a transformer to step down our voltage from 240 to 110 here.
And including various painting bits and pieces, paint stand, work area, and ultrasonic cleaners. We're very well set up for Manifest here.
Yep. And
That's what he said.
sorry?
In the chart, because it's that way it destroyed the battleship is real quite straight. Gundam. It's a pain in the ass, honestly.
Hello to the camera. It has been fantastic beyond our expectations.
By the Legios.
I've played so much crap I never thought would clear. It's awesome. Is that if they ever teach you to use
Kitty. This is now my second princess slide. Man, I've seen the first one on the internet.
This gentleman, known as Rantire Online, is the establisher and former president of the Mecha workshop. The reasoning to the handover is due to excess amount of paperwork and stress in organising committee and whatnot. Rant's specialty is Zoids, and one of the leaders of the online and Australian community. My little proud work area, nice and messy, a good location to watch the rest of the area in case. Quite a nice selection of kits on display from a lot of our members and some people just passing to put their work up for a few hours. Fantastic variant in skills and interests. As always, the bits box has been ravaged. Unfortunately, during the weekend I did get a fairly bad throat infection, so I didn't capture as much footage or do as interesting things as I've desired, but plenty of footage. The video was able to come together. It was a fantastic event. I had a lot of fun, and the entire club has pulled together to put on another fantastic event. According to our records and paperwork, close to 600 kits were built, and the most popular and demanded kits for people to buy was Zoids and Ligers. Fantastic fun. For more photos, check out the link below to my photo bucket, and check out the haul at the end of this. Thank you very much for watching, and I thank the crew for putting on an amazing event. To the conclusion of the Manifest weekend, being a very large event with a very healthy and large amount of traders, including our very own second-hand section, it was an event without me spending a bit of money and acquiring some stuff. Surprisingly, I spent under $200 to memory, and walking away with a lot more money than I did walk in initially through the sales of my own gear. But this is the program book I managed to get my hands on, with my name in it, recognizing the work of the workshop. The least interesting item, I traded one of our club members this ultrasonic cleaner for the airbrush, being second hand, only $15, slightly weathered. And if you're wondering about the kits in the background, they're the bits and pieces I built over the weekend. 2 Mecha Musumes and a half scale. When they're fully finished, I will do a review of them. And straight into the model pickups. I didn't pick up any figures. First is this Zoids Tommy weapon upgrade set for the Tommy gun sniper. I have the Kotobukiya Kia one, though I really fancy that radar dome and will either put it on the normal or lean it custom. The other weapons are fairly useful to have. This was found in a Lucky Dip Gashapon box, and this is just a really tiny GM. I'm not 100% sure on the scale, but it is definitely pretty cool. The second one is a Dom. I believe they're quite old. They're about the same size of the half scale, but the Dom seems to be far too small. Half scale GOG, one of the last of the half scales I do not own. These two are extremely interesting. The Sweet Scale Model Company. These was put together by the people who left or retired from Tamiya. The box arts are kind of controversial. The Prisoner of War Mustang being all cuted up, and the Misha Schmidt by the Third Reich winter version. Being $5 a piece, I can assure you that these start around $20 in America, and being in very small production, they're quite rare, so they're worth a lot more than that initially, and they're very detailed and amazing kits to be put together if you're lucky to come across them. I decided just to keep them for their box art. Due to my love of Galbaldi's, I picked up this Gazu Ra, or whatever the Greek letters are. There's enough pieces in there to make the 2 mechs. I would hope to find another one in the future to build both of them. I think it's a very cool double Zeta moldable suits. The Macross Tactical Pod, the 15th anniversary, being 30th anniversary nowadays. This is a very hard to come by kit, 1/100 version. The box is a bit of sun weathered damage, so I got it at a very attractive $10. This one I got as a bit of a joke, so I think it'll be absolutely funny to make and airbrush custom decals. It may say War Shark, but I understand the original Japanese is the War Dick. That is absolutely hilarious. It's just a large flopping fish with the old wind-up motor. A rare find, but this was sold to me by one of my good friends at an amazing price, and possibly one of the oldest, rarest Zoids I now own, the Sea Panther. And it's just pretty much a giant hermit crab. This is just a couple of dollars. I thought it would be quite cool to own. The rest of the items were gifts given to me. Since I've been around this particular anime con for a long time, sort of a fun thing to do. Gato keychain with his Gelgug. Promo playing card, which was given to me by a maid for... I don't even know what the hell this game is from. Yeah, whatever. Very strange animal face. Now, this was given to me by the people who gave me the Oscar figure for the Helmorgan project. And impressed with what I did with that very crappy figure, they want me to incorporate this into a build. And funnily enough, I think this is very useful in what I plan in the future. And the last one, which may be disturbing to some, a friend of mine won this in a raffle and thought I would enjoy it more than he does. Not normally something I would own or treasure. Saber being an interesting character, it will be kicking around my room for shits and giggles. Being sought after an original piece of merchandise, I think I'll just keep it in the plastic for shits and giggles. One of the most amazing gifts given to me is a small jar of Pledge Future Floor acrylic. This is the absolute real stuff of a water consistency and absolutely clear. I've got a photo of the bottle. I shall do a full review and test all the myths out with this product sometime in the future, and hopefully I'll be able to score a bottle for myself from this same source. This concludes the Manifest Mecha Workshop video review. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I do apologise that sound issues could interfere the video, as you can't have control over your environment's audio, and my voice is a tad coarse from a fairly bad throat infection. Either way, I hope this video is quality. Catch you later. I like to rub my dick on expensive shits. I rub my dick on expensive shits. Dun dun petty on, dun petty on.